So,
Hard days rocking.
I will admit, because you said the cutoff was 2005. I cheated. Um,
How dare you cheat, sir? I would never do
um,
that. I
I
would never
cheated
cheat.
because fuck you. I like this movie and I wanted to watch it. Um, I watched Phineas and Ferb, the movie, across the second dimension.
Yeah.
Two dimensions.
Awesome. Check it out.
And one thing
Go, 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 go!
they never saw coming.
Whoa.
Candace, you're the leader of the Resistance?
I'll do whatever it takes to protect the ones I love.
Thanks, sis.
All right, let's suit up, people!
Now they'll work together
Let's kick some robot jack.
to save the world. Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension. Premieres the 30th of September only on Disney Channel.
They called it the movie. They used the right terminology.
That movie felt like it was supposed to go to the theaters, and at one point during production it was gonna go to theaters, and then Phineas and Ferb dipped in popularity and they got nervous and shoved it on TV. Even though they insist it was always a Disney Channel original movie, does not feel that way.
Feels too theatrical for that,
It feels
but also
way too theatrical.
It rides that line of the animation is it is what it is, to the point where
It looks better than the show. It looks more expensive than the show. I will give it that.
I don't think so. I think it's nice enough where it gets away with the TV budget of, like, I believe it was made for TV, but I believe that it could have also have been considered for theaters. It rides that line.
I sort of disagree, because I think the climax of that movie looks really good.
The biggest reason why I think it was supposed to be in theaters, I think it was supposed to be 3D at points, because there's a joke that they made. First off, the movie, they call it Across the Second Dimension, and like within the first couple frames, they're like Inglorious 2D. So I think it was gonna be 3D, and then it wasn't, and now they're poking fun at that fact. And then there's also a part in it where evil second Doofenshmirtz, he's in the sleeve of his robot.
Doofenshmirtz?
Yeah, the second one. The second dimension version. He's in the sleeve of his robot, and he's like, I'm coming right at you, and he punches, and it comes right at the screen. I think that moment was supposed to be 3D.
Oh! When you mean 3D, you don't mean like CGI. You mean like 3D.
Yeah.
Oh! Sorry. I'm sorry.
Because this came out in 2011, so this was
that completely. I'm like, because like I wasn't gonna contradict you. I was gonna be like, why would they make this into a CGI 3D animated movie?
No.
But you mean like 3D?
Red lens, blue lens, 3D.
Oh, interesting. Okay. To be fair, I think I've only ever seen this once, so I cannot disagree with you on that. That makes sense.
I can't prove it, but it's either that it was going to be, or they are directly making fun of what was popular at the time, which is also on brand for Phineas and Ferb. So I could believe that they're just making fun of it. But no, this movie, it checks all the boxes. It does things you can't do in normal show.
Yeah,
sure. Phineas and Ferb teaming up with Harry.
You could. Phineas and Ferb is that kind of show, but you theoretically,
at the time they didn't, and this raises the stakes.
Absolutely.
And then the second dimension characters are popular enough that they brought them back on the show at a certain point.
Did they?
I don't remember if it was a special or if it was a actual just of the show. Oh yeah,
you're right. They do bring back evil Doofenshmirtz again, I believe, right?
Yeah, they bring back evil Doofenshmirtz, and I believe they bring back second Candace.
Really?
I believe so, because I just know that there's a scene, and maybe it's like we're peeking in on them and they don't come back to our universe and we're just seeing their universe. But I know there's a scene. I remember there being a scene where second Doofenshmirtz meets with second Vanessa and second ex-wife. I believe he's still married to her in that universe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I do recall seeing something like that on TikTok.
I I don't know the actual full depth of it, but I know that Doofenshmirtz one happens.
Different
Um,
Smirts.
it's Doofenshmirtz.
That's Smirts with a Z.
Smurfa.
No, but different Smirts with a Z.
Doofenshmirtz.
Smurf.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna fight you on this. We'll say that. I mean, it is spelt that way. I just don't know how it's pronounced.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. After
Hours. But I really like this movie. I want. So I will fully admit. Phineas and Ferb was a little bit after my time. I didn't grow up watching it. It wasn't from my childhood.
No.
It is a thing that I have retroactively gained appreciation for. I know I would have enjoyed it as a child. It's right in my wheelhouse. It's definitely something that I would have gotten enjoyment from. I like the music, like even in the show itself.
I do like the music.
I think they do a very good job of that.
Agent
T. He's a semi-aquatic animal of action. That's all I remember.
My favorite thing about the new season is how Stacy is now an agent. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. That's funny because she knows. She found out.
She found out. Agent
Teen. But this movie does a good job of poking fun, having parody kind of stuff, references back to the show.
I mean, it has one of my all-time favorite Ferb lines, which is I always thought that you couldn't spell platypus without us. Well, you could, but then it would just be platyp.
One of my favorites is
that was funny.
The point after they find out that he's Agent P, and Dr. D is like, I just realized you peed on my couch. That was a conscious choice. and Perry does the embarrassed shrug. There's a lot of stuff in there where it's genuinely funny, and it makes me laugh when I watch it. When they're parachuting down, he's like, he's a secret agent. You're a secret agent. He's a secret agent. He hands him the pamphlet. He's like, so you found out your pet is a secret? Just watch your pamphlet.
I want your pamphlet.
There's one of the things about Phineas is there's very few times in the show where he gets angry, but he's angry for a portion of this one, and I say justifiably right? And it works perfectly. The parachute falls down on top of them, and he's like, he has his own logo. Oh, we are not done with this conversation. It's delightful.
That's funny.
It's delightful. It was probably
simply delightful.
One of my favorite ones that I watched this week for sure.
Simply delightful.
That is Phineas and Ferb the movie.
Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments. Do you agree? Is Phineas and Ferb? I mean, aren't they just delightful? It's just a delightful show, delightful movie. But let me know what you think. Have you been watching the new season? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But if in the meantime you would like to see the full episode that this video is from, our Disney Channel original movie special, click the box on the left, or you click the box on the right. That's going to take you to a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Leave us a like if you could. It helps the videos out a great deal. And we will see you all in the next video, everybody. Have a good day.